It's actually happened, everyone. I can't believe we're actually here. I can't believe we're in this situation. I cannot believe Sergio Perez has lost his seat at Racing Point. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? I'm assuming I'm live here. Yeah, it's actually happened. It's actually happened. Look, let's not mess about. Let's not mess about. Screen share. Boom. Right. Perez. Search Perez. It's the first thing that comes up. Here we go. Let's just jump on the old fish statement. Sergio Perez reveals he is leaving Racing Point at the end of 2020 in shock announcement. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing? This is mad. I've got to be honest. This is mad. Sergio Perez has revealed he's leaving Racing Point at the end of this season in a shock announcement released on Wednesday evening. 2020 season will be his last with the Silverstone-based squad, despite the fact he signed a 3-year contract just last year. He says he has no plan B in terms of a drive for 2020 and that the move hurts a bit as I bet on the team during very rough times. Well, and let's go to Sergio's post, actually. He did a post on the old Twitter. Where is it? Where are you, Sergio? Come on, let's just type Sergio Perez. There you are, Checo. Crazy, right? So he's got an English-speaking one. Hello, everyone. Yes, we'll chat more in a minute. I'll just go. This is Sergio's official statement on his Twitter on the matter. Hi all. Everything in life always has a beginning and an end, and after 7 years together, my time with the team will come to an end at the end of this season. It hurts a bit, as I bet on the team during very rough times. We managed to overcome obstacles, and I'm very proud of saving the jobs of several of my teammates. That's a powerful statement if you've ever seen one. I'll keep the memories of the great moments lived together, the friendships, and the satisfaction of always giving my all. I will always be grateful for the opportunity given to me by Vijay Mallya, who believed in me in 2014, ex-Force India boss for anyone who doesn't know, and allowed me to continue my F1 career with Force India. To the current administration led by Lawrence Stroll, I wish nothing but the best in the future, especially with the upcoming Aston Martin project. I don't have a plan B. My intention is to continue racing here, but that would depend on finding a project that motivates me to continue giving my 100% each and every lap. I want to thank each of you who have been with me throughout these 10 years, to my family, who has always been there to support me despite anything and everything. To all the sponsors who believed in my project, to my staff, and mainly God, who blessed me with the opportunity to live this incredible adventure called F1. Wow. Mate, this really feels like a leaving statement, doesn't it? It really does. It doesn't just feel like he said no plan B, and he's almost like giving his blessing and his farewell. Fuck. I hope I can give you some good news real soon, but for now, let's enjoy together the next races. I carry you in my heart. Well. We thought this might happen, didn't we? We thought this might be coming. We thought with Lawrence taking over, Lance, his boy, getting Vettel in, because it's not confirmed, but surely Vettel is going to be an Aston Martin driver next year. We'll talk about that in a minute. First of all, that's the first time I've read this statement. I knew he'd posted something, but I didn't read it because I wanted to read it out on stream. That's mad. Like, this isn't just I'm leaving the team. This is like he doesn't think he's going to have another opportunity in F1, which is crazy because I don't know, man. It feels like they've sprung it on him. I don't know. It feels like, look, we all know, I think it is the least controversial statement in the world that Sergio Perez deserves a seat in Formula One. That's not even like, no one disagrees with that, surely. No one disagrees with that, right? Surely. The fact that you would think that if Racing Point had these intentions, I suppose the Aston Martin deal didn't happen that long ago, really, did it? It's just like, it seems like they've come in with the news really late and it's given him like no opportunities now. I mean, look, obviously we can discuss plenty of potential opportunities that you might get going forward. But this feels like this feels like the end. Like the way that he's written this feels like it's the end, which is crazy because it's Sergio Perez. He's one of the most talented drivers on the grid. And he's got loads of sponsor backing. He's got everything. He's got everything you could need. He's reliable. He's quick. He's got a lot of sponsor backing. Which, some people called him a pay driver at the start, but he's proved himself. And man, that's crazy. What are we actually thinking, everyone? Yeah, because I'll see your message, Matty. Otmar was quizzed on it and basically just said, we've got our drivers. Almost like kind of made everyone think that Vettel was going to be out on his arse. But clearly Otmar just wanted to dodge the question until Sergio announced this. Now, would this have come out sooner if his whole positive COVID test hadn't been a thing? Because there was a lot of talk around that it would have been announced that week. I don't know, because maybe. It's hard to say because, again, he sounds like he's not got any. Surely someone like a Haas. See what I did there? To snap Serge. Surely, like, come on. I'm sorry, Romain Grosjean. Like, I'm sure you're very not, but there's no way you can have Romain Grosjean in a Haas team and not bring Sergio Perez in instead of, because for me that's insane. That's sacrilege. And look, Sergio's touched on it in here as well. Says at the start, it hurts a bit as I bet on this team during very rough times. Indeed, Sergio was the one who essentially triggered the administration period. I'm sure that might not technically be the correct terminology, but he was a founding. Like, that team could have gone under, and everyone could have lost their jobs in that Silverstone factory. And man, that's so sad because we thought that was going to happen, but I don't know, like, part of me was just like, maybe it won't, because Sergio's been so inherent to that team. I don't know, man. Fowler, thank you for the 549, mate. Oh, hello, we're going to miss this. I hate to see this. Checo does not deserve to be out of F1. Neither does he deserve to stay driving a Haas or an Alfa. He does deserve way better. I mean, I don't disagree with you, mate. I think Sergio, again, Sergio's got everything you'd want. For like Haas, Alfa, like, I think Haas has to snap him up. Surely. Haas or Alfa Romeo, that must happen. Because that's crazy, man, if it doesn't. Unless we're looking at like a Latifi out at Williams and bringing him in. I don't know, man. Like, anything, but I can't. I feel like this year, Lance Stroll has put himself in the strongest position he's ever put himself in Formula 1, okay? He's only 21, okay? He's got his podium. Okay, he was quite lucky with that, but all in all, fair play to him. And he's actually performed this quite well this year. I'd say he's pretty much matched Sergio. Sergio's probably had the slight better of it. And obviously Lance has got more points, but I think all in all, like, it's been, Lance has done what he's needed to do to make this not seem as ridiculous because look, it was a difficult choice. Like, you've got to think long term. Sergio doesn't have the ceiling that Lance does, purely because Lance is 21. Lance is 21. 21, okay? He's like 19 years younger than Kimi, okay? In terms of overall, like, ability to prosper and move forward, Lance Stroll could potentially realise that, right? And we all thought when Sergio first came in at McLaren at 2013? Oh, no, 2010, I suppose, because I can't remember what year it was when he first joined McLaren. And everyone was calling him a pay driver, and he was causing loads of accidents. But he matured and came good of it. But man, that's crazy. One thing I do want to mention is, because look, this is like, for me, there's no question. This is Vettel now. It's Vettel at Aston Martin next year. Thank you, Drusev, well, Drusev, read. This is Sergio Perez's Twitter. For anyone who's just jumped in, Sergio Perez is leaving Racing Point at the end of the season. Mad. He's put out this statement. It is happening. He's leaving, and it has to be. I mean, look, yeah, I've seen people mention Hulkenberg, Gasly. It's going to be Vettel, isn't it? Of course, it's going to be Vettel. I would happily. Should I put a bet on? No, I'm not going to put a bet on. But I would happily. Like, I'm 99% sure it's going to be. It's going to be Vettel, because this is what I mean. Like, I've talked about this before. Marquee signing at Aston Martin, new team, Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion. You can understand why Vettel's had the pull of getting Vettel in. And actually, what I do want to say is I'm absolutely... Sorry, is my volume a bit low? What I want to say is I'm absolutely gassed for Vettel. I'm so happy for Sebastian, because for me, this is it. He's definitely going Aston Martin now. Like, I can't see that not being a thing. I'm so happy for Seb, because he needs this. Because Ferrari's been a fucking shit show. There's no other way of putting it. It's been appalling, right? And mate, I'm gassed for him, man. I think this is exactly what Sebastian needs. A fresh start at a team that clearly have got intent. At the moment, they're right up there in the midfield. Better than his current place in the Ferrari, you know what I mean? And I feel like Sebastian's going to be enticed by the idea of working on a project that hopefully, you know, given the new regulations, Aston Martin could be a real force with him kind of leading the team. With Lance Stroll, who again has got a lot of time in F1. So yeah, I'm chuffed for Seb, man. I'm really chuffed for Sebastian, because he deserves a chance to prove himself. Because I've been critical of Seb. I think he's not been at the place where he's not the man he used to be. But I think a big part of that is his confidence, and his confidence has been crushed by that Ferrari and the team and the people there. So I just think that, you know, this is a great fresh start for Vettel. Now, what else? How does this affect the rest of the driver market? So, my battery's low. Better charge that up. That'd be a bit embarrassing. I can't see Checo not getting a seat. I can't see that happening. So I think the most realistic opportunity for Sergio is probably a Haas or an Alfa Romeo. I feel like it's tricky, man. It's tricky, because that means this could obviously mess up Nico's chances of coming back, because I felt like Nico had a very good shot of returning. But with now Sergio being on the market, I think Sergio is a more enticing prospect than a Nico Hülkenberg, because Sergio's delivered better performances. He's delivered podiums multiple times. And he's got a lot of sponsor money behind him. That's why I think a smaller team like a Haas would really benefit from all that Telcel, Tex-Mex money, Telmex, sorry, that Sergio brings. I feel like this has to be Sergio to Haas. I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm saying Checo to Haas. I'm saying Magnussen to maybe keep his seat. And then I'm saying, Alfa Romeo, I think either Kimi will stay or Nico will replace him. And then Giovinazzi is going to get replaced by probably Schumacher. But then Ilott, maybe Ilott alongside Perez at Haas, just have a complete, fresh, clean slate. Schwartzman as well. It's difficult, man. But listen, this is... It hurts a bit as I bet on this team during very rough times. He did. That's the thing, man. I don't know. Look, listen, you can't read implied intent. Like, is he bitter about it? I mean, he's probably not happy about it. And look, we all know Lance is there. We all know why Lance is there, right? And as much as I do think Lance is a good enough level to merit being in F1, obviously the reason he's got the opportunities to develop his skills to this extent is because of what his dad's been able to provide. Now, look, you can argue that most racing drivers come from privileged backgrounds, right? So, all in all, if you haven't got support from, financially comfortable parents, I know it's not always the case, but vast majority of the time it is. Hence why you see so many like of the same name, same surname reappearing in Formula One. I get it in some ways, but still, the idea of Checo not having a seat, man, I think it's crazy. 3,000 people. Jesus. Hello, everyone. Yeah, this is actually happening. It's mad. I've seen a few people say check out to Red Bull. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like, what do Red Bull want to... It's tricky. Because there is a very good case for Red Bull in terms of having a driver who's experienced going into that second car and supporting Max better than Gasly or Alex were ever able to. The only kind of thing I see against that is that Vettel going to Ferrari and struggling like he has done this year is proof that even a very, very, very experienced driver with a great track record. I mean, look, Vettel's track record is about as good as they get. If they're in a car they're not comfortable with, then things can go Pete Tong very quickly. And we all know that Red Bull's a very difficult beast to master. Maybe because we know that Red Bull haven't re-signed Alex. They haven't made a decision on the future of that second seat, and I don't think they will do before the end of the season. I think that will be a decision that's made once the season's finished, and I definitely think Sergio will be in that conversation alongside, obviously, Alex, Pierre, maybe Nico. Again, there's options. Mate, it's crazy. It's crazy. If Hulkenberg does not go to replace Checo, I think that many of us are going to stop watching F1. PD Vettel stops spinning. Well, thank you for the 50 ARS. I'm sorry, I don't know what that currency is taken HD. So if Hulkenberg does not go to replace Checo, I think many of us are going to... Oh, so you're... Okay, so you don't think Vettel deserves the seat? Oh, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's like... It's difficult. Because... It would be and a lot of people were saying it when Gasly went to Red Bull last year and was doing really badly. He's not good enough for F1. He's crap. Blah blah blah. That's clearly not the case, and he's proven that Pierre this year. You could say the same about Sebastian. You know, he's achieved a lot, and now he's at a Ferrari. And then people were saying some people say they think he's rubbish and he's lost it. Again, I don't think that's the case. You know, if the car ain't your cup of tea, it doesn't matter how good you are. Like, yes, you need to be adaptable to do well and keep your seat long term in Formula One, but no, I don't believe that to be true, and I don't believe Vettel's lost it either. I think this could be a wonderful thing for Sebastian, and I think this is best case scenario playing out for Sebastian right here. I think going back to Red Bull would have been a big mistake because he'd have been stuck firmly behind Max. I think he's obviously a better driver than Stroll, like I no question. And as much as he hasn't been able to really prove it over the last couple of seasons, again, confidence is a big thing, and I'm very confident Seb will bounce back. But man, it's crazy. It is crazy. Is there much more to say? Thank you, Jack, for the £2, mate. No, he's loved, but Alonso shouldn't take up spots. Well, yeah, I mean, Fernando, I know what you mean. I think, again, it's... In an ideal world, there wouldn't be paid drivers. All the best talent would get the opportunities, but it's an entertainment, it's business. There's a lot of facets to it. There's a lot of contributing factors. And ultimately, it's mad that Sergio... I still can't believe it, man. Sergio Perez... We might not see Sergio on the grid next year. That's like a very real possibility. It depends on like... I feel like Sergio... Well, look, he says... I don't have a plan B. My intention is to continue racing here. I'm guessing he means here as in F1. but that would depend on finding a project that motivates me to continue giving my 100% in each lap. A project that motivates me. Now, he's not saying fighting at the front. He's saying a project that motivates him. Now, could that be a Williams? Maybe. Could this be a... I think Williams could very much... Was Sergio at Williams? Am I just making that up in my head? I think I might be. Sergio Perez, Williams. Was that ever a thing? No, I'm just making that up. Ignore me. That could be. Maybe Sergio isn't in the seat next year, but then when Russell eventually replaces Valtteri, which you feel is inevitable, he could take that seat alongside Latifi. I think, could he replace Latifi? Well, he would replace the big money sponsors that Latifi's bringing in currently with his own big money sponsors. A race alongside Russell next year. Projects moving forward, maybe that could be interesting. Keeping it in the Mercedes family as well. He went for obviously McLaren, Mercedes to Racing Point, well to Force India, then Racing Point, all Mercedes. So there is a relationship there. So that could be a thing. I don't know, man. There's a plethora of potential ways this can go. But yeah, look, I think I've pretty much covered everything. I'm going to read a few comments actually. Crazy Kit. Perez is quite forgettable. Harsh. Laura 14. Perez with Gasly or Albon? Tauri. I think Gasly's been driver of the year this year, isn't he? You know what I mean? You can't look past that at all. Vettel and Hulk in Aston Martin with Stroll reserve driver. Do you reckon, Jack? I mean, that could happen. I don't know how. I don't know. I think if Stroll is Stroll's going to stay, so I think he should have a seat because he's going to develop quicker if he's actually racing. Alonso has a big ego. I mean, yep, that's very true. The chat's just jumped down. Rate the new Ferrari livery. Oh yes, the Ferrari have got a special edition livery for what's it for? The 1000th race, haven't they? It's basically just maroon. I mean, I'd like to see it actually in proper pictures, like on track. I'm not quite sure what I think of it at the minute, to be fair. Will Vettel retire? No, Avenge. He's going to take that seat. I'm pretty certain of that. Anyway, Tomo, apparently Carlos Slim had a falling out with Gene Haas from NASCAR, so it's unlikely Perez will go to Haas. I mean, you'd hope that Gene would be able to bury any hatchets to get a driver of Sergio's caliber in at Haas. Would be mad. Kvyat is leaving, remember? True, but I can't see... No, Perez ain't going to go... The whole point of that AlphaTauri team is to develop young talent. That's literally the point of that team. So, I think... Well, Kvyat's not guaranteed leaving either, but I think as long as Tsunoda gets enough super license points, that's got his name written all over it. A, because he's been smashing it in F2, he's doing consistently well, but he's also Japanese, which Honda will very much appreciate and love. Verstappen to Racing Point, I mean, that would be mad. Replacing Ocon at Alpine, again, Ocon will definitely be there next year. I'm very confident of that. He's got his contract. Maybe after that, could he be? If his performances aren't at a level, then maybe he's going to have Fernando Alonso to keep up with, and we all know that Fernando is quick, and he likes to lead. So there you go. Will Vettel do better at Racing Point than at Ferrari? I mean, based on this year, 100%, yeah. The Ferrari's an absolute dog. So I think Seb's going to be buzzing, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Seb. Like, once this, I'm buzzing to see this announced, because for me, it's like, this is no brainer. Seb's definitely going to Aston Martin now. This is pretty much, you might as well announce it. Surely. Oh God. Russell, Aston, De Vries, Williams. Yeah, I mean, George Russell to Aston Martin if they don't want to replace Vice too early, perhaps. perhaps. Taki Inui to the safety car. Funny. Olas, thank you for the €10, mate. I completely agree. Sergio to Haas, Nico to Alpha. Kimi will leave next season and will not be tempting. Let's keep 22 in minds. And Williams turning around so quick won't happen. I think it's a good point. I think we shouldn't be surprised if we see one or more drivers having essentially a year out. And then when we get 2022, the thing is, because teams will want a degree of consistency coming into 2022. Who was it? Gunter was saying this about Haas. He was like, whatever drivers they get in for next season, they will want to keep in the first year of 2022 because you want that consistency of car development. And I think that will probably be the consistent. Read Lawrence Barretto's tweet. Okay, I'm gonna read. I haven't actually looked any more on Twitter. Let's just have a look. Seb on his way to replace Perez. That's jokes. I like that. Come on. Oh my god, why is this going so slow? Someone told me to check Lawrence Barretto's latest tweet. Alfa Romeo are interested in bringing Perez to Himwell, having already made contact, so that is a very much a long-standing spot for the Mexican. Only a matter of hours until Vettel announced at Racing Point, which will be Aston Martin Racing. Of course, there you go. Well, Lawrence Barretto, who we know co-hosts the F1 show thing with Willie Buxton. Apparently, Alfa Romeo is looking where Perez is going to go. So you got to think then, for Perez to go to Alpha, that 100% means that for me, that confirms, if that happens, and it looks like it's going to happen, that Kimi will also leave, because you're not going to have Perez and Kimi at Alfa Romeo, because Ferrari, I'm sure they must have some kind of hold on one of those seats. So that tells me that Kimi's retiring, which is sad in itself, but that's what that kind of says to me. So then Perez takes that seat with Alpha, sits alongside probably Mick Schumacher, and then Haas maybe getting a Hulkenberg, and then Hulkenberg Magnussen, which is what I predicted. Yes, they don't get along, but I'm sure they can make it work. Actually, yeah, Hulkenberg is trending. Hulkenberg's trending at the minute. Hulkenberg, when he sees he's now competing with Perez for the experienced driver seat, Alpha/Haas. That's funny. See, troll, don't look at this. That's not real. Okay, someone made that up. Madness. Well, what are we saying? Crazy. I don't know what to make of it, man. It's crazy. Yeah. So Perez to Alpha, alongside Mick, I think that's very realistic. So you got Aston, you got Vettel, Stroll, Aston Martin. You've got Perez, Mick, Schumacher, Alfa Romeo. They're not going to keep Roman, Kev. Surely not. They're going to keep that. They're not going to keep that pair. Ilott, and because I think Ilott's got to get a seat, man. Ilott, Hulkenberg at Haas. That's what I'm saying. Ilott, Hulkenberg, Haas, Mick, and Perez at Alfa Romeo. I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Williams will stay put. Yeah, I think so. I think it could. I definitely think Ilott's got to get a seat, man. Ilott's got to. He's been too good this year. It's been too good. Ferrari Academy, too good. Schwartzman, great as well, but he's not been banging in them results like Callum Ilott. Callum Ilott has to get an F1 seat next year. You can't let that not happen. Mate, Schwartzman's up there as well, man. Schwartzman deserves a seat more than Mick Schumacher. Personally, I think so. I think Schwartzman is a better driver than Mick. Mick's very consistent, but it's Mick Schumacher. It's the Schumacher name. That's obviously gonna stand in his favour. Obviously, Schwartzman. I think Ilott and Schwartzman are on a different level. I don't think Mick, but We know this is F1. It's not all about talent. It's not all about my opinion, unfortunately. Mick is consistent. But I just think that the performances that Mick's got the most podiums. He's got like 6 or 7, I think, more than anyone else. Eilot's been unlucky. He's got tagged a couple of times and he's still leading the championship. Eilot's a no-brainer. Schwartzman has also had some mad performances. I think Schwartzman's best performances have been better than Mick's best performances, but Mick has been more consistent. It's tricky, man. It's tricky. But I think I'm going to leave it there with almost 4,000 of you watching. That's insane. But yeah, I got home 15 minutes before this started, checked my phone. I was like, shit, it's happening. Got to get on a live stream. So yeah, there we go. I expect to hear Sebastian Vettel to Aston Martin news this weekend. I mean, that just adds more L's to Ferrari, doesn't it? Crazy. But yeah, man, it's big news, because once those pieces move, then I guess there's not a chain like there was with Carlos Sainz leaving, because we know Vettel's out of the seat. But then I suppose Sergio will, when Sergio's position is confirmed, then that will start a new chain. Thank you for the 99 cents Ultra Shots, JR. Appreciate it. But there you go. I'm giving it I'm going to stop now. I will stream some Fall Guys later if anyone wants to come over to my Twitch /TomoF1. I will be streaming some Fall Guys later. So yeah, but yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop waffling now. I don't know how I've managed to ring this out for half an hour, but you're welcome, everyone. So have a lovely evening. Be good. Sergio Perez, I feel for you, man, but I'm buzzing for Vettel. I'm buzzing for Sebastian. So happy days for him. Bye, everyone.